Previously on ImpTab Avatar, Blades in the Daofei. Ooh boy. Ooh boy, ooh boy, ooh boy.
We stole a baby.
Yeah, that's pretty much the TLDR of the situation. There was planning that happened in the first half of the episode. Learned some interesting things about the relationships between the Lamplighters and some of the other factions. Most notably that apparently the Lamplighters and the Jings are planning on busting a couple of very powerful gang leaders out of Lake Laogai. So that's something that might become germane at some point in the future, but you ignored that so you could go kidnap the child of Weiyong of the Anti-Corruption Task Force, which you did under some very, very tight strictures that the child would come to no harm either through your action or inaction. And that also happened. The child is all right. It's in your possession. Oh boy, let's see what happens here in the world of Blades in the Daofei. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to ImpTab Avatar Blades in the Daofei, the Blades in the Dark actual play where we make up almost everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Thomas Ryan as Weiyong.
Christian Randall as Tonan Yoru.
And Evan Peterson as Ciwei Leng.
Well, fortunately, before we have to start dealing with the heavy emotional ramifications of kidnapping a child, we at least get to go through downtime and payoff and heat and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to do that. I need to rest.
Yeah, how's everybody looking like stress and harm-wise at this point, by the way?
I'm heckin' stressed. I have 2 blank spots left.
Ooh, boy.
I've got 6 stress and the harm eyebrowless.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that harm, actually, and we might want to make that something a bit more tangible, unless you decide that you want to just get rid of it during this downtime anyway.
I'm just going to get rid of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm going to speed grow eyebrows back.
Then Ciwei, looks like you got 5 stress and 2 harms, bruised ego and spirit burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give you guys a chance to rest and recuperate a little bit.
Things are coming up good for us.
So first thing we're going to look at is payoff. So we're going to start with rep. You get 2 rep per score by default. Its target is a higher tier, take +1 per tier higher. We decided that Yang was going to be 1 tier lower than you since he was just a guy, so no extra rep for that. That means you get 1 rep, I suppose, for this job.
Stealing a baby isn't that honorable. That's fair.
I'll take it. I mean, and we are also super sneaky about it, so it makes sense we don't get a lot of rep for it.
Yes.
You know, for being scoundrels, I think some of the audience was kind of starting to like some of us, and now I feel like we're firmly in bad guy, unlikable territory.
This might be the worst thing we've ever done.
Might be?
We've done some pretty bad stuff. We took a guy's pinky off. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, this is way worse than that.
Well, regardless of where it lies on the grand scale of you guys being scoundrels, you are going to get some sort of claim for this.
Ugh,
Cool.
that feels wrong.
If we keep the baby, can it be an informant for us?
Maybe not.
Is that a stretch?
Beyond a stretch.
The one that makes most sense to me, just logically speaking, would be the Bossing Say Guard intimidation.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, we did just strike a member of the Corruption Task Force.
We hit the boss.
Fortunately, they don't know that it was you.
That's true.
Yeah, let's intimidate. That's what I vote.
Yep.
All right. This is going to give you -2 heat per score in the future.
That is really helpful.
Yes, it is.
Our heat's getting a little out of hand there.
Yeah, let's see how much heat we're looking at right now, in fact. This one's interesting because, again, you guys hid your tracks. They don't know that it was the Masked Spirits, but I feel like at the same time, the fact that the Daofei, like any Daofei gangs, got together and made a direct raid on the Anti-Corruption Task Force's leader, I think probably all of the Daofei, regardless of whether they were quote-unquote involved or not, are probably going to be getting a little bit of heat from the Guard. So I think we'll put that at maybe... Well, actually, I'm going to roll on Yang's suspicion to see how suspicious he is of you guys by extension. All right, so we're currently at 1 out of 4 ticked on Yang's suspicion. I'm going to make a suspicion roll for Yang. That's a 6. That is 3 ticks on the Yang suspicion clock. It is now full.
Of course.
That's really bad.
Guy's,
That's like
he's built to hunt us.
That means we're definitely going to be taking a little bit more heat from that. So we're going to start at 4 heat because of Yang's suspicion. Now, we're going to add 1 for a high-profile or well-connected target, such as Yang. We're going to add one if the situation happened on hostile turf, such as Young's actual literal house. Add +1 if you're at war, add +2 if killing was involved. So we're looking at 6 heat.
So that takes us to the next level, right?
And so that means we can't reduce our heat unless somebody goes to prison.
Yes, somebody's got to go to jail to take the heat.
Well, luckily we framed some people, so we could absolutely send somebody to prison.
We could go to prison.
No, I can't.
No.
Do you want to have a prison arc?
No.
I just had a spirit world arc. I don't want a prison arc.
Well, there is some stuff. There are like specific rules for incarceration, and you can actually stake claims in the Ba Sing Se prison. But the way that this is going to work for us now, when your heat level reaches 9, you gain a wanted level and clear your heat.
Okay, so our heat is 0, but our wanted level is 3.
Which means we're going to roll 3 dice for entanglements and then look on the heat 0 to 3 chart. That's a 6.
That seems bad.
That is cooperation. A +3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to do it or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the friendly faction or lose 1 status with them. Oh, but then if you don't have a +3 status faction, you avoid entanglements right now.
Guys, I don't think we have a +3.
You do not. You have not been endearing yourselves enough to any specific faction.
Being antisocial saved us.
Yeah.
We straight up pulled that just to me means that we pulled off the heist. Heat in it for everyone got raised in the city, but no specific fingers getting pointed at us.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Honestly, it feels like it's about time something goes our way.
A little bit. A little bit. Well, now we're going to get into downtime.
Woo.
Mine's boring, so I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to first indulge my vice, and I get to roll 1 for that now.
Yeah, you got your insight.
Yeah, baby.
What were you doing for your vice again?
It's secret.
I'm going to keep asking until you slip up.
So I take whatever I roll. 3. I'll take it.
Not bad.
And then I'll go visit Sawtooth and try and we'll take another hit of his new spiritual healing magic to get rid of my spirit burn.
Okay, that'll get rid of it right off the bat. And we'll have him make a roll. And I believe I said he gets 1 extra die for spirit-related stuff because you gave him the Ghost of Neliao the Gardener.
That sounds right.
That is a 5. So that's going to be 2 more ticks on your healing clock.
Which is enough.
Booyah.
Nice.
And that should be enough to get rid of your bruised ego as well for mercy.
Booyah.
Hot dog.
I'm down to 2 stress and no harm.
Look at you.
Only trauma.
Yeah. And since you indulged your vice, you don't have to worry about the trauma at this point.
All right. Like I said, I'm boring. I just got to go heal up a bit.
Right on.
I am definitely going to indulge my vice, which I believe we talked about has changed to meditation.
Indeed it has.
I'm no longer drawing faces. I still do that just for funsies, but it doesn't count as my vice anymore. Now I meditate in my singing bowl and contact day. So I will roll 2 dice and take the higher number.
There you go.
That's an earth-bending symbol, which is a 6 on my dial.
Booyah.
That leaves me with 1 stress.
Good job, young man. Excellent work. De-stressing.
All right. Let's see. Anything else for Tonan downtime-wise?
Yes. I'm going to plan the coup, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
We're currently at 6 out of 12 ticks marked.
I automatically get 2 for any long-term project clock that involves investigation. So, because of my analysis, 2 get ticked right away.
True story.
I'm going to take this time, because we didn't really fill in, I feel like, the other... We didn't fill in the other crews on what we were doing, right? It was we were kind of just doing this.
Yeah, at the beginning, I think the first few actions that you took towards planning the coup was more getting the citizenry frightened.
Yes.
And like introducing the other spirit elements into the city.
So this time I'm going to go out and I'm going to, with our contacts, I'm going to say, okay, we've kind of been keeping it secret, but we just made a big move. It's going to up the heat on everybody, but we're basically trying to avoid starting an internal war and have the Ba Sing Se forces focus on the old guard for us. And I'm going to kind of fill in these guys who are our allies on what we're doing. I'm going to try and consort.
All right, go for it.
So that in the future, when I say I have a cool flashback, it'll be easier to justify that I had a cool flashback with one of these guys.
You're building the setting for your flashbacks.
Yeah.
Wait, you're setting up your flashbacks in advance? That's wild.
Next level gaming. Here's a pro gamer move for you.
Follow the flow of time.
That's another 6, baby.
An event happens, and then the consequences occur.
That's good storytelling, people.
I'm holding on to these earthbending dice.
All right. That is 3 ticks on planning the coup, leaving us with only 1 tick left on the 12 clock.
Wow, you did a lot of work planning the coup all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend a coin, you could probably get 1 more tick out of that.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Or you could ask Weiyong to use his 3rd free downtime action to do it for you.
No, I'm using my downtimes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure Weiyong's going to use his stuff.
Well, hold on. It says I can give it to somebody else.
Yeah, you can give that to me if you want to.
Wait, guys, I feel bad. I haven't helped plan the coup. Can you think of any way that I can skirmish us into a planned coup?
I'm going to give my extra downtime activity to Ciwei with the expectation that he uses it towards planning the coup.
Ooh.
And I want to see how you figure it out.
Okay, and then I'm not going to tell you. I had an idea, but I will let you figure it out.
All right, Ciwei. I've got all this extra time. Let me see what you can do with it. And then I throw you a downtime activity.
How do I use skirmish or wreck to plan a coup?
I got an idea for you.
Go tear down the railway system.
I was going to say, is there like a gate to the palace that I can go like weaken up by wrecking it?
You don't know you can earthbend yet, so you're just going to like run up and start punching it?
Yeah, that's how I wreck things.
The palace door might be a little bit too high profile for you in just like a preparation sort of thing.
Although the rail system would divert some of their resources, attention, guards, etc.
Ciwei, Kichi walks up to you and says, I need you to help me out with something.
Right in front of her house.
You're not even trying to help plan the coup. You're just helping an old lady.
Wait. Can I do Can I help Kichi tear down the railway system in front of her house to distract the palace resources?
You certainly can.
All right. I'll just go rent an actual sledgehammer, which I realize now I haven't seen in Avatar, but it would be easy enough for any earthbender to take a stick, right, and just make a hammer.
Yeah, I think it would be easy enough.
All right, but I'll get a hammer, and I'll try and tear down a section of the railway.
Okay, go ahead and roll to wreck.
That's a 5.
Nice.
There we go. That fills the planning the coup clock.
I'm helping.
Well, there we go. That means when you finally do your job against the Earth King, you're going to get 4 extra dice to your engagement roll.
We are set, guys.
This is it. Let's just skip the baby arc. Let's just go straight to the Earth
Just
King.
leave it. No, we have to justify that.
We'll just mail the baby back to Yong and say, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do this, and then go attack the Earth King.
Just go put it back on his front door with a note that's like, our bad.
Oh, sorry, wrong baby.
And that brings us to, I believe, Weiyong for downtime activities.
Shoot, I totally forgot what I was going to do. Okay, first downtime activity, I'm going to use my vice. I'm going to go visit my fortune teller.
All right.
Oh, do not overindulge again.
I literally can't. I've got 6 stress.
Nice.
There we go. So you head down to the lower ring into that back alleyway.
I go chat with Wei Lai, and she tells my future, and it can't go wrong this time, because I realized only do it when you're at 6 or more.
Yeah, you walk back in the door and she's like, it's so good that you followed my direction. That's literally the only reason I can imagine why you're still alive right now.
You would not believe the things I've been through since the last time you saw me.
It would have been worse if you'd gone out.
I'm nice now. I'm a better person.
Well, I'll believe it when
Do you want to go get lunch sometime?
Oh, okay, sure.
Like a friend lunch. I'm not interested, but still.
Sure.
The disappointment.
All right, let's go get some banh mi's, and then we'll boogie. Oh, my word. Where was this? I got a 2.
All right.
So I'm just going to live with that.
That's the worst. Like, because now you want to do it again, but then you know you're going to overindulge.
No, I'm not going to do it again. My next one is going to be, I'm going to go to Riven. I'm going to rough him up a little. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to rough him up. I'm going to go talk to Riven and say, hey, man, look at my eyebrows. I don't got any. do you have any eyebrow growing medicine?
That's what you're doing.
Dude, I got this ointment that I can give you, and it'll do the stuff you want to do, man. For sure.
Is he lying?
He's lying.
Okay. That's not great. All right, I'm just going to get some charcoal and try my eyebrows back on then.
I'll assist you with that. I got my makeup kit and everything.
Thanks.
Okay, that would make this a healing self, so you would pay 2 stress, and it does require the Physiker special ability is the thing.
Oh, you would pay 2 stress? Oh, lame. Okay.
Just go see Sawtooth. I know a guy you can go see. He's an actual
Ciwei,
doctor.
take me to Sawtooth. I need my eyebrows back. I have a well-cultivated image I must maintain.
I'll bring him with me when I go to heal my stuff.
All right.
Sawtooth, my friend, please. I need some eyebrows.
Your ailment is much more mundane this time. I was hoping for something a little more exciting, perhaps.
Well, we'll see what happens in about a week. Give me some time.
He's very vain.
I am. I'm working on that.
That is a 4, which, I mean, doesn't really matter because you're automatically moving it down from 1 to 0. So,
Do my eyebrows poof back onto my forehead?
yeah, he pulls out like some Vaseline-looking stuff, spreads it over your eyes, and you just like feel above your, like on the patch of skin, this strange, like bristling sensation.
Awesome. That's all I got.
Okay, that's all of our downtime, all of our heat payoff, etc., etc. So now, the world is your oyster bat, I think is what we decided the hybrid was.
Horrible.
I like that. That's horrifying. I'm going to pull Ciwei to the side, and I'm going to, like... Actually, no, we can all be there for this. I'm gonna gather the boys, and I'm going to say, Tonan, when we were at Young's place, did you notice what Ciwei did?
I was a little distracted. Are you talking about when he was incredibly impressive and hit that guy in the face multiple times?
It was very impressive, but that's not what I noticed. Ciwei, when you threw your club, you bounced it back to your hand with earthbending.
Why didn't you tell us you were an earthbender?
I'm not. Plus, it's made of wood.
Think fast. I'm going to throw a rock at his head and see if he can block it.
Shoot.
Make a prowess resistance roll.
If only you were good at prowess.
You don't forget you get the extra bonus because of Forge and Fire.
I don't have enough d6s. I'll have to reroll one.
You've gotten too good at the game.
2 6s and 2 5s.
Whoa!
That is a critical success. So yeah, you just like reach out with your hand and stop it before it actually touches your hand.
As I said previously, you're an earthbender, boy.
I don't see how that's possible.
Look in front of you, pal.
I know. I'm not. Aren't you supposed to realize this stuff really early on? I don't.
I mean, if you have a teacher.
When did you know you were earthbenders?
I was probably 6, 7, something like that.
I've known my whole life that I knew that I could immediately because my whole family can, but then I knew that I couldn't because I gave it away, and then I guess I found out again immediately after I could again. So
I guess you did find out twice, huh?
yeah, but like not the normal circumstances, I don't think. So but that being said, like unless you get training, no one ever, I guess you never really tried to earthbend, did you?
I just liked the club because it felt good in my hand.
Well, good.
Pretty sure there's like, I can now sense that there is stone in your club.
That would make sense. It's got a good weight in the middle. I don't know what to do. Do you train me now, or?
Well, look, you can do whatever you want. You're clearly very talented with just the clubs. However, if you want to enhance your ability, it wouldn't be a bad idea to find new methods of training.
For instance, my mentor and friend, Day, he taught me quite a bit about bending recently, and I could obviously pass that on to you.
Likewise, my mentor and friend Day taught me everything I know.
So should you guys train me, or should Day?
Day probably should, but I don't think you can get to the spirit world yet. We'll be a good stopgap. He's much better at this than we are.
I also had my cool uncle as a teacher, and he taught me some cool things, so I'm sure that there's... I mean, you seem naturally very gifted, probably more so than me.
That's true. I accidentally figured it out once, but you seem to have just been doing it this whole time.
I haven't meant to.
Well, you did. Doesn't matter if you meant to, it happened.
So do you want to spend some rep or coin to maybe do a training action for downtime?
Do you want a training montage?
I'm totally down for you to spend a rep and do another downtime activity.
I think we blow coin, because we got way more coin than rep.
Hey, guys, I'll spend one of my coins.
Oh, wow. This guy.
That's incredible. I don't think I've seen you spend money on yourself.
Look at this investment.
What did the gray column in the stash mean again, Ned?
Stash means that you have reached another tier of lifestyle.
Oh, well, I'm spending 2 and going back down a tier.
Selling the gold out of your mask so you can do earthbending stuff.
I'll do a training montage.
Eelhound, Eye of the Tiger, stats.
He runs into the front and he stops whatever he was playing. He was playing some Godsmack up there, and he starts playing Eye of the Tiger instead. So, Ciwei, which of your attributes do you want to train in? Bear in mind that if you choose prowess, you get 2 ticks because of your crew training in prowess.
Since Tonan and I are specifically offering to help him with that, can we roll something to see if he gets more?
I'll roll to see if you guys can roll. That's a 1, not today.
All right, that's
Okay, if I get 2 ticks in prowess, I get a level. And one of the things I could put it in is wreck, which would make sense because it's a lot easier to wreck things that are made out of stone if you know how to bend the stone.
That helps, yeah.
So I'll train in prowess.
There you go.
So 3 ticks in skirmish and 3 ticks in wreck.
I'm a beast.
I have 1 in skirmish and 1 in wreck.
All right, with that, do we do crew and individual level ups?
Yes, let's get some XP. Though first, do you have any other additional emotional RP about the fact that you can now earthbend apparently?
I don't know. I'm really happy. Evan's all happy. I'm just going to, after our training montage, after Eye of the Tiger plays, which we can't just, copyright reasons.
We'll just, instead of doing Eye of the Tiger, we'll just Eye of the...
Lion Tiger.
Eye of the Liger.
Eye of the Liger.
Yeah, Raven calls out from the other room, play Eye of the Liger, Eelhound.
I'm all my other like spare moments when I'm like running the shop, I'm just gonna have like piles of pebbles on the counter that I'm like lifting and trying to like practice my manipulation on.
Right on. So that's going to bring us to marking XP. So first thing I should note about your progress as a crew. So whenever you fill up your rep track, you do one of 2 things. If you are at stronghold within your tier, then you pay to bump up to the next tier. If you're at weak hold within your tier, you just clear the rep track and become stronghold.
Oh,
so we could have been strong this whole time?
We should have been doing that this whole time, and as penance for my forgetfulness, you guys are just stronghold tier 1 right now.
Yeah.
We're better. We're still tier 1 crew and we're trying to kill the Earth King.
Yeah, it's possible. You guys have been proving that it is in fact possible. Now, let's talk about some XP questions. Well, actually, first, before we get to that, before I forget, Ciwei, you can go ahead and roll for the storefront.
Ah, yes.
That's going to be tier +1 because of fixing the storefront, so 2 dice.
5.
All right, you guys get 2 coin, which your crew vault is full, so that 2 coins got to go somewhere.
Looks like Ciwei is going to go back up to his nice lifestyle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's pawned the gold out of your mask.
All right. XP questions. Did you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab?
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
We smashed, we grabbed.
And we extorted.
And we battled.
Yeah.
So we get 3 dots.
2 sounds great, which bumps you guys up in your crew XP. So you can take 1 special ability or 2 upgrades.
So I kind of think we should start doing upgrades. We've gotten a lot of the special abilities.
And I know we talked about doing war dogs next, but because of the way our plan laid out, hopefully we aren't going to go to war, right?
Yeah, you guys currently are not at war. You are not in the line of fire, as it were.
Instead, we made the other crews go to war with the Bossing Say Guard.
Indeed.
Man, we're so smart.
Here's what I vote. Let's get the Bravos rigging, which gives us 2 free load for when we're on jobs.
Of weapons and armor specifically.
Of weapons and armor, okay. And I think we should also get the personal training. Whenever we train our playbooks, we get 2 dots instead of 1 dot.
Oh, I'm about that.
That sounds good to me.
Well, I just have a quick question. what is the benefit of holding a lot of turf? Like, what does extra turf do?
Each turf spot that you have reduces your rep tracker by 1, so you can rep up quicker.
Oh, so if we get
Fiends.
fiends, our wanted levels are now turf, which would give us 3 turf, and we could level up right now to the next tier.
That is true, in fact.
That's what I was thinking, possibly.
I want to be tier 2.
You want to be tier 2 to destroy the Earth King?
Screw that other stuff. I'm tired of being tier 1. We're cool. We need to look cool.
Oof.
I mean, are you okay with that, Evan?
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
That you realize that makes us the same tier as the Flying Opera Company.
They have the Avatar in their squad, man.
I know
Had
that's
the Avatar in their squad.
too big for us.
We're about to try and overthrow the kingdom.
Fine.
You
Bam.
don't sound very enthused.
I'm taking it, though.
It's just too high profile for me, but that's okay.
All right, so you guys only need 7 rep to tier up. You currently have 7 rep, and you currently have 16 coin in your vault.
I say we do it.
Spend 16 coin.
Oh, it's so much
That's
money.
way too much money.
It is what it is.
How can you even get to tier 6?
You gotta get a patron.
All right, fair.
Well, look at that. The Masked Spirits, tier 2, weak hold, and upon crew advance, which is separate from tiering up, but we should make sure we do this, all PCs get stash equal to their tier +2, so you all get 4 stash.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I think I am now living a little bit better.
I, too, am now Lifestyle 1.
Ooh, baby.
We both have Lifestyle 1 and Ciwei's basically to Lifestyle 3.
He's the Monopoly man.
I'm over halfway full on my stash.
Yeah, you guys head to McDonald's, and Weiyong and Tonan are both like, man, I'm going to get 2 double cheeseburgers, and Ciwei has like 5 Big Macs.
I don't think we ever put a number on it, but I'll just tell y'all, I've been thinking this entire time of my debt as a full stash. So once the stash is full, I've been imagining clearing the entire stash and being rid of my debt.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's nutso.
Yeah, those interest rates, they'll get you.
Especially when the interest rates are being decided by assassins.
But that was only our first question, right?
Yeah, we've done 1.
Yeah, that was only your first question. So, question 2, did you contend with challenges above your current station?
I mean, we stole a baby from one guy, but it is one guy who's like pretty high up. So it's kind of, I don't know.
I almost want to say no in this case. Like, for this specific instance, not really, but it's going to lead to much bigger things.
The specific challenge was not above our station, but it's going to make challenges.
Yeah, technically we just stole a baby from one guy, but what we did in the process was like implicate some very powerful gangs and start a war and do a bunch of stuff. So I could see either way.
I'll roll for it. That's another 1. So we're going to get 0 ticks for that.
So not today.
Next question, did you bolster your crew's reputation as daring or develop a new one?
Yes.
Definitely in the underground world, for the people who do know what we're doing, yes.
All right, we can get you a tick for that. And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I'm going to say yes.
I as well, especially since our method is extortion.
Yeah.
And I mean, the letter is pure extortion with what we've got going on.
So we'll get you another tick for that one.
There we go.
So that is all of our maintenance stuff. And now the world is your oyster bat.
Do we not get a level up?
Yeah, the individuals.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that real
I was
quick.
like, I mean, if that's what it is, it's what it is.
It was so not a job that we don't even get to level up.
Let's start with Ciwei. Did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
Yes, very much so.
You beat that guy in the head.
Very much so, you say. Do you feel like that is a 2 tick very much so or 1 tick?
I don't know. I feel like I beat him up pretty violently.
Yeah, you did.
Now, you did hit him right in the mouth with a stone-infused club.
Yeah, I think that's 2.
Works for me. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, but I think just 1.
You're fighting back against the man that's been holding you down.
If I may pitch 2 for our friend, he discovered a background in that he is an earthbender.
Yeah.
That's true.
That could work for me.
Okay, that's true. That is true. I discovered something very core about my person.
And something very
And your
core
club.
about your club. Hey.
My guy.
And final question for Ciwei. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Actually, nothing regarding my vice, and I was more stable than I've been in a while, so I don't think so, actually. I didn't let my instability really get to me.
Yeah, like you were just the blunt instrument during the job. They pointed you and you did your thing, and you just kind of... Well, maybe, how unstable does it feel to start tearing down a public works project?
A lady asked him really nice, okay?
How about that feels unstable enough for 1, but definitely not 2.
Okay, we'll go with 1.
3 ticks away from a playbook upgrade.
Ooh, boy. Let's look over at Tonan. First question, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Absolutely. I disguised all of us. And the letter. It went well. It succeeded.
Yeah, so I could see that being 2 ticks.
I will absolutely take 2 ticks.
Question 2, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yeah. It's kind of been in flux. Things are weird. I'm a bender again. I'm no longer a shapeshifter, but I still am disguising myself. I'm honoring Day now, not my family and father. It's causing some turmoil, but I think I did it. I think Day would be proud of me.
I would, young man.
Oh, there we go.
Day's okay with me stealing a baby.
He's the voice in your head, man. He knows.
Yeah.
The ends justify the means sometimes, young man. You should have seen the things I did in the jungles.
Just wait for the Day in the Jungle spinoff.
And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
No, I just didn't. Like, sure, I'm haunted, but I don't feel like it really affected it this time. And oh my gosh, I'm just realized with my vice what probably happens if I overindulge, and I'm terrified.
Don't worry about that.
We'll worry about that at another time.
But no, I'm just gonna say I don't get any ticks for that.
Fair enough. And then finally, good old Doctor Who, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
I mean, stealing a baby to frame other gangs feels pretty conspiratorial.
A little bit.
I vote 2 on that one.
Yeah.
I second that.
I think it was conspiracy because it took you both like 45 minutes to plan that.
I've actually filled up my my playbook track with that.
Ooh.
And I'm going to take a new ability. Oh, shoot. I'm having a really hard time deciding between Foresight and Mastermind. Foresight. 2 times the score, I can assist a teammate without paying stress.
Ooh.
In Mastermind, I can expend my special armor to protect a teammate or to push myself when I gather info.
Yeah, having special armor is something I don't think we've talked about on the podcast before, but essentially gives you another resource that you can use to avoid taking stress or other negative effects that you would normally take.
So do you guys want me to be able to assist you, or do you want me to be able to protect you? Because both of them I intend to use for you guys.
Assisting feels a little more versatile, but that being said, Ciwei would probably be the one who would be in need of more protection just because he's the one getting up in skirmishes and stuff.
Yeah. Do assistance.
Foresight it is.
And if there was an inspiration mechanic in Blades in the Dark, I would give you inspiration for choosing a special ability that reflects Weiyong's desire to look outward a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I was going to pick the one that was like reflecting of character growth, and then I was like, wait, they both are.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you can't give me inspiration, obviously, but you could just give me both of them.
I could, I suppose. That is something I could do. I will give you 1 bonus die that you can just hang on to use when you would like to.
Oh, shoot. I get out of jail free. All right.
That's pushing it a little far.
I try to get out of jail free.
Yeah. Okay. Then that brings us to question number 2. Did you express the beliefs, drives, heritage, or background of yourself?
Yes. My beliefs have always been try to be the Earth King, but I feel like a lot of my drive now is to make sure my friends are all right in the process, and I actively chose to sacrifice one of my special ability gains to do that. So from that stance alone, plus I was aware of Ciwei's thing, and I tried to help him intentionally. So I think it's a reflection of Weiyong's new character growth.
Works for me.
So for that, I think 1 tick.
And the final question, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I mean, I struggled with my vice not getting healed enough, but that was a personal problem. So aside from that, though, no, I didn't really have an issue. I wasn't paranoid or anything.
Yeah, you guys were just kind of like on the ball during this job you just finished.
Somehow we pulled it off.
All right. Now, unless I'm much mistaken, the world is your oyster bat?
The world is our oyster bat.
All right, so we have a baby now. It's 3 men and a baby.
My favorite film.
We can use this to our advantage. If I'm remembering correctly, next step is return this baby somehow and set up Weiyong as a possible successor to the throne. And then the job after that is taking out the Earth King.
I feel you simplified that somewhat, but yes.
I mean, I'm sure it will not go that smoothly, but
3-step plan. Return the baby, become the successor, depose the Earth King.
my question is, can we return the baby and make you look like a successor in one go? If you are the one to return the baby, a lot of people think you died. I mean, a lot of people saw you.
No one saw me go into there.
No one saw you go into the spirit world. They saw.
I've just disappeared. Unless, has Brother Hotaru been spreading rumors of my death or how he banished me for...
Yeah, what's the general populace think that happened to this Weiyong socialite?
I'm moderately a public figure, so people would notice if I was gone.
Yeah, I'll make a roll for it. Brother Hotaru has been keeping his mouth shut, but the people have been wondering where you went to.
All right. If people are talking, I have a plan. I know a guy. He works at Ba Sing Se University.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears!
Ilhound, you went to Ba Sing Se University?
Oh no,
What did you get your degree in?
I have never gone to school in my life. I just really love the sports.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Fair
sense.
play.
His name is Jen. He's a calligrapher. I think I could get him to write up some convincing-looking documents proving you as a legitimate heir to the throne. And that is where you've been, is this information came to you, you've been researching it to make sure it's valid, and now you come forward having rescued Yong's child by happenstance and luck because you're just that amazing. And now you can be like, wow, it looks like I could be the Earth King, but obviously that wouldn't happen. The Earth King is fine. And then we go from there. I don't know, that might be too much of a stretch, but just a thought.
I mean, forging documents isn't too complicated. It's a matter of getting people to believe them.
Jin is very good at his job. I mean, he can make a document like no one... Well, there used to be this other guy who taught there who was pretty good, but I'd say Jin might even be better.
Well, why don't we go visit this other guy if he's better?
Oh, he's dead.
Does the king have like an official like wax seal or stamp we can sneak in and steal?
You want to break into the Earth Palace for a stamp?
Will it help forge the document?
It certainly would, but that seems like a high-risk, low-reward scenario.
Yeah, like, if we're doing that... Like, here's the thing. We can either return the baby and make you the heir there, or we can kill the Earth King and make you the heir there, quote-unquote, finding... Here's... Ciwei, I like where your brain's at. Let's get the forged documents and have them on us. When we get to the Earth King, take him out, we'll take his seal, stamp the documents there, then we'll have the seal, the documents, and everything when people start asking questions.
Okay.
Does the Earth King have a successor currently?
The Earth King is without a successor.
Okay, I didn't know if there was like, his 5-year-old son that we were gonna have to deal with. But
Stop with the children.
does the Earth King have a family, Ned?
The Earth King is sadly heirless.
Thank goodness for that.
It does make things a little less complicated. Well, I don't know. I mean, what are our thoughts? I like the idea of maybe bringing the documents with us when we take the Earth King out, stamping them with the seal there. But I also like the idea of people already knowing that you could be the heir beforehand. Then when he falls, it's a much quicker transition to you. I don't know.
I mean, we could always start rumors beforehand, and then the seal is just what confirms.
Hey Ned, since we've stolen the baby, what's been going on with the Anti-Corruption Task Force and the Daofeis? I think that's relevant info for us.
Yeah, full-on battles in the streets.
So there's just chaos in town right now.
Pretty much, yeah.
On top of all the ghost chaos, there's like other chaos too.
Exactly.
Okay. I think you guys are gonna hate me for this. I think we need to sort out the glowworm situation. Because it doesn't matter if I'm the Earth King if you can just banish me again.
I mean, I was hoping to save that for dessert. After you're the Earth King, just bring the whole force of the kingdom down on him, but...
You also seem to have said this as if this is something we know how to do.
We don't. But I think the more chaos spreads, the weaker the Earth King appears, and the more willing the people will be to accept me as their successor. So I think we use our time now to get rid of the biggest threat to us running this country, which would be Father Glowworm.
So I just a little backtracking. Ciwei mentioned that it would be a good idea to start rumors. I haven't actually been starting rumors. I don't know if you have, Weiyong or Ciwei, been starting rumors about you being a possible successor.
It's what the gossip rags are saying.
The gossip rags are wrong, but still.
It sounds like people are already starting to say you might be a successor. So, like, we may have an inadvertent leg up here, thanks to Kichi's brilliant mind figuring out the secret of your lineage.
Not a secret, it's not true, but still, that could potentially be useful. I do think that our biggest hurdle at the moment is going to be Brother Hotaru / Father Glowworm, because I will be banished again if he finds out I'm in charge, and I don't want to deal with that again.
Here, maybe let's look order of operations. The first thing we want to do is contact Jen and get the documents forged, right?
I think having solid quote-unquote proof to go along with what Kichi's been saying would be really important.
Okay. Let's have one of you roll to gather information, I think.
I mean, you know the guy. I think you should gather the info.
Yeah, I feel like it should be me since he's my contact. I'll go ahead and roll consort, I guess, since he's an ally. That's a 6, baby! Woo! I'm really nervous because that's like the third or fourth one in a row, and not that these rolls aren't important, but like I feel like I'm using up all my luck.
I think this is a good roll for you to get a 6 on. You reach out to Jen, and as you guys are kind of planning, a messenger hawk just flies straight in through the front door with a scroll from Jen saying, "Come to my office immediately."
Oh. Does it seem like he wants all of us or just me?
All of you, like, he definitely wants Weiyong to be there at least.
All right, boys, let's roll out.
I'm still laying low. I need a disguise. Can you still do that kind of thing?
Absolutely. I get you all gussied up as a very pretty firebender woman. And
yes, it's me, a firebender woman.
Certainly
not Weiyong.
I'm Young's wife.
I can't do anything for your voice or your personality, so maybe just keep your mouth shut.
Okay, you got it, friend.
I will also go out, kind of disguised, and I will have a little, Ciwei, what's the cutest animal you have in stock right now?
That would currently be our red panda hippopotamus.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Red pandapotamus.
Red pandapotamus. I am going to put a leash on one of the red pandapotami and take it for a walk, and that'll be our excuse for heading that direction. So we have a red pandapotamus.
The red hippandamus.
Red pandamus.
That sounds like a Greek philosopher.
I'm trying to imagine, because to make a red panda hippo cute actually sounds like it would be a challenge.
Well, baby hippos are very, very cute.
Fan art challenge to the community. Yeah, baby hippos are adorable.
Okay, yeah, it's a baby hippo mixed with a red panda, so let's make that cute.
It's just like a really fat red panda.
I imagine it's the size of like a corgi, kind of.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm taking that on a walk with this firebender lady, and Ciwei, do you want to disguise as well?
Yeah, sure.
Dress him up like the big guy from Mulan.
He already looks exactly like the big guy from Mulan.
No, when he's dressed like a woman at the end of the movie, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll make you look like when Poe is dressed as a woman.
Okay.
So you guys get on up to BSSU, head over to the arts department, and the door opens, and Jen is like, Tonan, it's good to see you. Come join us inside.
It's good to see you, Jen. As always, these are my associates, and I'll give them a wink.
Yes, good to see your associates here joining today. You might want to sit down for what I'm about to share with you.
I'll pick up the red hippopotamus and put it on my lap and give it some scritches, and we'll all go ahead and sit down.
Now, so first thing one needs to do when creating a forgery is look at authentic documents, so I went back into the records. Fortunately, since there is so much chaos in the streets, it was very easy to get into here's the thing, Weiyong, your birth records are not in the public records. They were hidden behind some red tape. And fortunately, since there's so much weird stuff happening, I was able to get in, and oh my, oh dear, oh my. And he pulls out a document and says, I didn't have to forge this. And he slides forth a piece of paper about how your mother and the Earth King had a thing, and the Earth King forced your mother not to say anything because his honor could be besmirched. And Jin is like, so Weiyong, you're surprise. Happy birthday, you're the Earth King's son.
Somewhere, Kichu's just like playing the perfect game of Pi Show. Everything is going right for her.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so happy, and Thomas is so mad.
He's so mad.
So in improv, you're not allowed to say no, right? That's one of the rules, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, Weiyong can be in denial as much as he wants.
So all those times you told us your dad was really rich, you weren't lying.
I'm so mad right now.
I mean, his dad was already...
It's just, is your dad rich because he is royalty or rich because he is a landlord? You know, take your pick.
Hold on a second. He has the scroll that says, "Congrats, you are the son," right in front of him.
No.
He has like your birth records, and he also has a series of scrolls covering up your birth records, essentially.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
What do you think I'm gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do, Evan?
Do not destroy the evidence. We need that. Your whole goal has been to be the Earth King. This is the key.
My whole goal has been the Earth King on my own merit, not because of my dad.
Look, if you want, we can start spreading some counter rumors saying that these are fake.
Wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it still be on your own merit because he's denying your existence?
No,
so we're still
it would not be on my own merit. I have a right to the throne. Sure, he didn't disinherit me. He pretended I didn't exist. Therefore, I still have a claim.
So you still want to use a fake claim just so you feel good?
It makes our job so much easier. Weiyong.
Is there like a pride roll I can make?
Here, let's maybe give you a little bit of time to think about how we want to sort this out, and we'll pick up there next time.
Oh, man.
Ridiculous. I'm so mad right now. I've spent this entire thing saying I'm not the Earth King's son.
You know, when you don't know who your daddy is, you don't know who your daddy is.
I do. It's my dad.
In the words of Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, the Earth King may be your father, but he ain't your daddy.
All right, next episode, we're going to get the dad squad in. All my dads are going to come back.
Well, in the meantime, everybody, thanks for listening to Imp Tab Avatar, and we'll be back next time with more adventures in the world of Blades and the Daofei. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe you can give us a review. We would be as happy as a woman playing Pi Show who is right this whole time, turns out.
There's a disturbance in the forest. She can tell that something big just happened.
Yes, we would be that happy if you would go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We're also all over social media at Improv Tabletop, so if you'd like to connect with us there, you know, maybe you want to talk with Thomas about how he feels about being the Earth King's son. Well, no, Thomas did it last time. If you want to talk with Ciwei about how he feels about being an earthbender.
That means you have to do it in character, Evan.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons. Oh, what's that, Ned? Is it Wife Appreciation Week? Surprise, it's Wife Appreciation Week.
Wife Appreciation Week.
So first person we're going to shout out is Mackenzie Peterson.
Mackenzie, I love you so much. You're the light of my life. You make every day better.
Wow.
That was so heartfelt and wonderful.
Why would you do something heartfelt? We're a silly, fun podcast.
Because I love my wife. Just don't make me the wife guy of the group, because social media wife guys always end up like in big controversies later on, and I don't want to be that guy.
Bad news, pal. You did it.
I'm not
No one
the wife
made ya.
guy. I just love my wife. There's a difference.
Ugh.
The second person we're going to shout out is McKenna Randall.
I think that I mentioned it before about how she's incredibly talented and stuff, and how she's doing musicals, right?
I believe so.
I'm going to mention it again. By the time this comes out, then we will be into rehearsals for Anastasia. And McKenna done went and made herself be Anastasia. So she is so excited. She's going to kill it, and I'm so excited to see what she does with it. If you're in the area, I know at least one of you is because you're also in the show. Come and see the show.
Yeah. And the final person we're shouting out is Sammy Ryan Art.
Woo! Wah, 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 wah.
That was nice. I liked that.
That's a song I wrote for her. I hope you like it.
It was good. I appreciate that. Anyway, she's an incredible person, an incredible woman. I love her very much, and I'm glad that she's in my life.
Gross.
That's fair. I bullied you. You can bully me.
I feel if I don't say that I love McKenna, she's going to get mad at me. I love her. I just should make that clear.
Oh, yeah, you never said it. What the heck, man?
I think we knew.
If you don't say it, it doesn't count. That's in the Bible.
I'm the only one that can be sweet to my wife. When you guys do it, it's gross.
No, that's
All
valid.
right.
That's
No,
fair.
wait, then I would be the wife guy. Wait, I'm not the wife guy.
Evan insists on being the wife guy.
No.
Controversy impending.
Who are we to fight him?
He decided he wanted that. Sammy, you're a great person, but Evan will not let me be nice about you. So I think you're a great patron, and I appreciate you following us here at Improv Tabletop.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, and you, dear listener, if we have not shouted you out before, you also could get shouted out by this wonderful crew here by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get bonus episodes, Discord access, vinyl sticker packs, and more, such as the obligatory talkback, where we're going to hear some rants from Thomas, I am sure.
I haven't ranted in so long. I haven't had a reason.
Well, it's going to be delightful, everybody, so stop by to check that out. Now, let's do a round of plugs. Evan, would you like to take that this week?
Yeah, sure.
You have to do it in character, remember?
Yeah, you said if you want to talk to Ciwei.
Oh, yeah.
Ciwei talks in really short bursts. I'm realizing I don't normally go on talk for a long time as Ciwei.
This is good character practice.
If you've been enjoying the podcast, maybe try listening to our Fate campaigns. Each one is a 4-week self-contained story taking place in a different world with new characters, and they are delightful. If you're enjoying more the Avatar content and would like more, listen to 10,000 Things, a full actual play using the Avatar Legends rule system. If you would like more D&D related content, you can listen to our sister podcast, I Cast Fireball, where you can watch Ned play a delightful little kobold. And if you would like a pair of dice and to support the podcast, you can buy a pair from fanrolldice.com using code VroomVroomFifi. That's fanrolldice.com.
Thank you, Ciwei.
Such a soothing voice.
Thank you for joining us on NPR this week.
Yeah. And I have actually just one other quick plug. So our good old friend Derek on the Discord, he has his own podcast called How Not to Dungeon Master.
Ooh, yeah.
And if the schedule worked out correctly, you should be able to go to his feed and today, the day of release, listen to the interview that he did with me about the origins of Improv Tabletop.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So go give Derek some love over at How Not to Dungeon Master. And other Thomas Brower, the DM of I Cast Fireball, he should be on there pretty soon as well.
Yeah.
That's called cross-promotion.
Yeah, it is. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of ImpTab Avatar, Blades in the Daofei. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Thomas Ryan as Weiyong.
Christian Randall as Tonan Yoru.
And Evan Peterson as Ciwei Leng.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on ImpTab Avatar.
I just learned about being a dwarf and digging a hole song.
So good.
I know the being a meerkat and digging a tunnel song.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. That's pretty much the whole song.
That's the song. I just learned about it.
And they just repeat that a few times and throw a few other lines in. But